Thank you. Thank you. How are you doing today? I say, how are you doing today? Good. How many people are excited about what God is doing in your life today? I want you to make some noise in this place. Just clap your hands and give me a lot of noise. In the society that we live in today, excitement is infectious and contagious. And we're never going to be able to draw the people that God would have us draw if we look bored, defeated, and sorry to be in the house of God. So if you're sitting beside somebody who has not notified their face to smile, just pinch them and tell them we're going to have a great moment, okay? I'm so delighted and excited to have the opportunity to be here. I've been traveling and ripping and running, but this is one of the stops along the way that I was really looking forward to being at, and I just enjoy Bill Hybel and our time together very, very much. And as he said, we just had a great experience together, and I'm glad to be able to be here with you today. I've got a lot of things that I really want to share with you. I won't waste time really presenting myself because I don't think that's really important. I want to present to you some concepts and leadership ideals that I believe will affect your life if you will give me a few moments to share them with you. Let me preface my remarks. I'm going to be talking, my leadership book is the Bible. I believe it's the best leadership book in all the world. You can spend all kind of money buying all kinds of other stuff, but I'm telling you right now, everything you need to build the model for where you're going in the kingdom is largely in the scriptures. And you can either get it out of the scriptures or you can get it from the people who got it out of the scriptures. But ultimately, if anybody gives you anything that's not Bible-based, it's not going to be effective for what you're called to do. So I'm going to be looking at that. Whenever I come into a pastor's or a leadership conference, my mind goes back to years ago when I would come to conferences and a bunch of pastors would load up in a car and come to a conference and stay at a Red Roof Inn and eat Spam and act like we went out to eat. We couldn't afford to go out to eat, and we just stayed in the room, ate Spam, and dreamed about having a facility like this to be able to pastor and minister like this. And quite honestly, I don't know whether this is your experience. I know many of you have strong churches and thriving churches. Many of you may just be starting churches. But sometimes I would leave a great meeting like this, and instead of being excited, I would leave discouraged. And I would leave discouraged because by the time they got through telling me how rough it was on them when they started, and that they only had 300 members when they started, I thought, you only had 300. If I could get 300 people to come to my church, I was hoping on Easter Sunday we had maybe 40 people, counting pregnant women and everything. When I made my first application for a loan, in order to make my church look bigger so that the bank would give me money, I counted pregnant women, I counted dead people, I counted everybody who ever visited my church. I was into it. And so a lot of times I couldn't relate to the stages and ages of development, but that's what we're going to work on today, and how to have excellence at every level. And I want you to do something for me. No matter how reserved or composed you are, I want you to shout this out. Let's take it to the next level.